Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be talking about German Shepherds in service work as like a whole. I'm going to be talking about the pros, the cons, why I decided to get a German Shepherd instead of one of the Fab 4, all of that stuff. So let's get into it. I did write all this down to make sure I don't forget anything, so if you see me looking over a lot, I'm looking at my notebook. I've had a ton of people ask me if German Shepherds make good service dogs, so let's talk about it. In all honesty, it depends on what you need in a service dog. Just like every other dog, they have their pros and they have their cons. A lot of people see them as like the easy way out for service dog training and training in general, and honestly, that's not the case. Especially for service work, they aren't part of the Fab 4 for a reason, you know? First off, the main reason why everyone wants a German Shepherd for service work is because they're smart. One of the smartest dog breeds out there. Which is definitely a pro. Astro was probably fully task trained around I don't even know, 8 months. Oh my gosh, he was fully task trained really fast. Another thing is that they're a bigger dog breed, so they could be seen as more intimidating to the public, which could either be a positive or a negative. But also it could be a positive because German Shepherds are known to be a working dog breed. So it might help with access issues and the general public leaving your dog alone because they automatically just know they're a working dog, I guess. And also, since your dog's bigger, they can do mobility and stuff like that, which could be helpful depending on what you need.
They also can be very high drive and have a really strong work ethic, which is exactly what you need in service work.
Another thing is they're very, very handler oriented. What does that mean? That means they focus a lot on you as their handler. Astro, when we're out in public, he's always looking at me. He has the best focus ever. Another thing is, this is one of the main reasons why I wanted a German Shepherd, is because they use their noses so much. With Astro, I needed a dog that could do high heart rate alerts and was easily scent trained because that's one of the main tasks I needed the most. So I got a German Shepherd because they use their noses so much. Another thing, whenever I go out in public, most people don't want to pet Astro. If it's I've heard this more, especially with Labs and Goldens. People want to pet Labs and Goldens because they're known as the friendly dogs. The friendly dog breeds that want to be pet by everybody, but this is not ideal for service work because they need to be focused on their handler. But because German Shepherds are known for working dogs, police dogs, military dogs, people don't really want to pet them. I've had some people ask me to pet Astro and some people pet Astro without asking, but it's really not that common at all. And going based off of that, German Shepherds aren't the most friendly dog breeds ever. They're more reserved, and going back to the handler based thing, they are more handler based, so they're going to be wanting to be focused on you more than the general public. So that led to Astro not wanting to get pet by anybody, but also not hating getting pet by anybody. He was kind of pretty neutral from the start, and they will keep you active. Oh my gosh. If I don't tire Astro out enough in a day, he will make sure I tire him out no matter what. So they definitely keep you up and going, up and moving, and they're so confident, which is another thing that you really want to look for in a service dog prospect, is confidence.
They need to be able to be confident in you as their handler and confident out in public in new settings.
But with all the pros, there are quite a bit of cons. First off, they are prone to reactivity, which is also something German Shepherds are known for. So, with that being said, all German Shepherds, at least 90% of the time, will struggle with some type of reactivity. No matter if it's fear reactivity, excitement reactivity, all German Shepherds will have some form of reactivity. It's not 100% certain, but more often than not, they will. With that being said, if you get a German Shepherd from a reputable breeder, you can lower your chances of having a genetically reactive dog, but still reactivity is very, very, very common. Even if you socialize them well, everything, it still happens. And the one that my like biggest downside is they take forever to mature. Forever to mature. Astro didn't start acting more mature till he was like recently, so till he was like 21, 22 months old, which was a pain. So he pretty much acted like a puppy all the way up till he was like almost 2, which he still acts like a puppy still. German Shepherds aren't known to like reach mental maturity till they're like 3 to 4 years old. So this can be positive or negative, but the high energy, some people may view that as a negative, but if you view that as a negative, you probably don't want to get a high energy dog breed. They feed off of your emotions so much. Oh my gosh. When I first got Astro, I was very anxious taking him places because I've never taken a dog in a stores before. I didn't really know what I was doing, and he fed off of those emotions. Like that led to him being anxious in public for a long time, and I had to work on that. And whenever we go somewhere and I'm like a little like uncertain, he shows those emotions too. But whenever I like make training fun and exciting, he gets excited to train. So it kind of just depends. So that's why, like, if you're looking for like a psychiatric service dog for like your anxiety or stuff like that, German Shepherds might not be the way to go because they will feed off your anxiety and stuff like that. Another big one, they have bad leash manners. Like Astro, especially Astro did. Like, oh my gosh, he didn't start walking on a leash without a prong up until recently. Like 20 months old, which is crazy. And like pretty much every German Shepherd I've seen has bad leash manners or is working on a prong all the time. So you just gotta be prepared to put in a lot of time with leash manners. And they're big whiners, really big whiners. Like when Astro would get bored, he would whine. This is like when he was a puppy. Like when I was trying to teach him settle, he was always whining because he didn't want to like lay down and stay there. He was always whining. But if you start settling early on when they're still babies, you can help this whining, but they still whine a ton. Like, I'm trying to think of another example. Oh, when I was training Astro, he would whine at my family for like leaving because he wanted to be with them. So that's another thing I had to work on quite a bit. The health issues, another big thing. They're really prone to hip dysplasia, bloat, allergies like Astro. Worst allergies ever to chicken. Right? Chicken, yeah. Worst allergies ever to chicken. And then he has really bad seasonal allergies. That's definitely not ideal. But then again, with good breeding, responsible breeders, you can avoid these. But Astro's not well bred. I've been hiding it. He's not well bred. The hair, the fur, crazy. They shed a lot. Astro's a short-haired German Shepherd, or whatever it's called. His fur is shorter, so he's not like a long-haired German Shepherd. He's like the normal coat. So he sheds a lot, but it's not that bad. So I'm going to be talking about why I decided to get a German Shepherd instead of a Fab 4 breed, which includes rough collies, not border collies, labs, goldens, poodles, I believe. So there's actually quite a few reasons. So one of them, which I said before, is I wanted a dog that would be good at scent work. So a dog that naturally uses their noses a lot. That way I could teach cardiac alert, and then now he needs to know migraine alert too, so that also helped. I already knew I would need a dog for mobility needs to do certain tasks for me. So I need a dog that was big enough to do mobility for me. So German Shepherds was a good choice. And another one is that I loved German Shepherds ever since I was a little kid. So I knew quite a bit about them already. I wanted a confident dog that would want, like, I like high energy dog breeds. I like dogs that could do the fancy obedience, which you could do fancy obedience with literally any dog. But I wanted that German Shepherd drive. Like, I have a German Shepherd Husky now, and I love his drive so much. Like, all my other dogs have a high drive, but not the type of drive a German Shepherd has. I wanted that specific high drive. They're very, very, very trainable. They're smart, And that's exactly what I needed too, because he was going to be multi-purpose, so I needed a dog that would be able to know a lot of tasks and keep up with that. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the tips for training a German Shepherd as a service dog. These are kind of just the things that like I didn't do with Astro that I would do with my next German Shepherd. Number 1, really good socialization. Astro wasn't socialized the best as a puppy. I mean, like, he was, but he wasn't, because service dogs in training didn't have public access rights in my state until recently. So when he was like in training at the time, he didn't go anywhere that wasn't pet friendly. Besides like Walmart, you want to practice neutrality, especially around dogs, because dog reactivity is also pretty common. And then as soon as you get them home, practice leash manners, because leash manners is one of the things I struggle the most with Astro. One of the things I have struggled the most with him since I got him, leash manners. There's nothing wrong with using tools, but you also don't want to have to rely on them, you know what I mean? So you want to get them home, practice leash manners, socialization, practice settling too, because they're a high energy dog breed. I would practice socialization, work on socialization more than tasks, because socialization can only be done the best for like so long, but task training literally would take the shortest amount of time ever in German Shepherds. So you want to work on socialization first and then work on tasks. Also, beware of gear sensitivity, because that's pretty common too. I don't know if that's common in like every German Shepherd, but I know Astro struggled with that quite a bit. And also, German Shepherds have so many fear stages. Like, they have the puppy fear stage, the adolescence fear stage, and then they have the adult fear stage, which happens around like 2 years old, 3 years old. Oh my gosh, it's a pain. If you're going to scent train your dog, do some scent training games. Like, that helped Astro out so much. Like, I did some scent games with him, like, just to get him, like, using his nose, and he ended up getting a natural alert. Because he used his nose so much, and he knew, like, how, like, the paw alert to, like, paw my leg, but he didn't know what he was alerting to. He just knew a paw alert. So, he eventually put 2 and 2 together, I guess, something like that, and he just had a natural alert one day, which is actually really cool. But yeah, definitely work on that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If I kind of just, like, write off a list and, like, went over it pretty quick. This is in no way meant to, make you not want a German Shepherd for service dog work. People just see them as a smart dog breed and don't know that they can be prone to reactivity, and that they actually, in reality, aren't really the most easiest to train. I mean, like, they are, but the socialization and stuff like that and having to fix reactivity is a pain in the butt. Because just like every dog, they have their cons, but most people don't see those. They only see the pros and think, oh, I'm getting an easy dog breed to train, and that's not the reality. No dog is truly easy to train. They just have more desirable traits than others, I guess, if you want to say. But no dog's easy to train. You still gotta put in the work. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, because like I said, I did go over this pretty quick. So yeah.